What's up, Internet? Cory's Aiming here, collecting with Cory. We're back with another pickup video. These are all the pretty much the last keeps I get to have before my son is born. Let's go. Alright guys, like you just heard, I don't think it's been any sort of a secret. I don't know if I've talked about it a lot on here, but I'm going to be a dad in like a couple weeks. By the time I get this edited, maybe it's been a week. Who knows? Main thing I want to talk about here is I'm probably not going to have crazy pickups like I've had the last couple times. It's probably going to be a little bit more medium, because I only like to show you guys what I'm picking up to keep for my collection. If you guys don't know, I'm a full-time reseller. I know, evil word, evil person. You know, I know how it is. But I don't like talking about that on the channel anymore. I am more about showing you guys what I'm collecting. As you can see behind me, I have a F-ton of Switch games. Decent amount of PlayStation 2. I've been rearranging stuff in the office. It's not quite ready to be seen, so I'm kind of shooting at this weird angle where there's kind of some impressive stuff behind me and kind of like large gaps of nothing to just off camera. All right, but like I said, this is Collecting with Cory. Let's take a look at what I'm collecting this week. I don't remember where I got a lot of these things. I believe these were from a thrift store. One of my favorite toys when I was a kid. And I'd always be pestering my mom to pick me up more of these. Mighty Max. I don't know what any of these playsets are called. I do know that this one here has a bunch of figures inside. Oh, it even has, what's his name? The little, bird mentor guy. I think his name was Virgil or something like that. Adding these to the collection. Some other smaller ones, like an alien head and some sort of demon-looking guy. Let's blow through all the non-video game stuff so we can end with all the video game stuff. Picked this up at a flea market that I go to every weekend. This is Scythe, a pretty, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it's pretty complex. I'm pretty sure my friend Ted has said that this is a pretty in-depth board game. I picked this up for $20. If I were to sell it, it would go for about $60, I think. But I'm going to hold on to it. I am scaling back my board game collecting, so I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep that yet, but I didn't want to leave it behind. And the last non-video game pickups I have to show you is another thing that I just got into collecting that I probably shouldn't have. But Ultraman on Blu-ray. So I was in Target, and they had Ultraman Ace for, I believe it was like $19.99 or $20-something. I went to Amazon to see if it was any cheaper, and of course it was, because that's just how the world works at this point. And then I started looking into it more, and it's just like, I knew Ultraman Ace. I've not seen this design before myself. So I knew there would be other Blu-rays, like the original Ultraman. Ultraman 7, Ultra 7, I guess. And then the Return of Ultraman. So I got basically 4 series that go in order. Have not had a chance to watch them yet. They're all still sealed. Hopefully I'll be able to while I work at some point. I know it's subtitled, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I have been watching a little bit more anime lately, so maybe my picking up on regular Japanese phrases going up again like it used to. On to the video games. First stack I have to show you is from a mixture of, I don't know if I even have any garage sale pickups, so These might all be from thrift stores and flea markets. I don't think I've been finding much at garage sales, to be honest. We got Casper on the Game Boy. Infinite Undiscovery for the Xbox 360. Missing the manual. Star Ocean, The Last Hope. Also missing the manual. Has all the discs, though. This one was interesting. I've never seen this before, and it sounds crazy. Gadget Racers. It's put out by Takara, and it says there's over 97. There's 97 courses and over 120 gadgets to customize your car with. Over 100 cars to choose from. 1 to 4 players cooperative and competitive play. The gameplay on this must suck. Is what I'm getting at if no one's ever talked about this. It sounds like it would be a lot of fun. These are most likely some consolation pickups from the thrift store. Otherwise, I don't imagine I would have added them to the collection. We got Wipeout, Create and Crash. Actually, this was an Amazon return. I was trying to sell that on Amazon, and I guess they opened it and sent it back because Amazon will let you do whatever you want, pretty much. And then Rabbids Travel in Time 3D. Now, I know Rabbids, when combined with Mario, is a lot of fun. I don't know anything about the Rabbids games when they don't have Mario involved. A couple PS3 games. One of these I picked up for $5 recently because, well, I realized that the PS3 I had back in the day, which had this digitally, is not the one that I have anymore. So if my wife and I ever want to play Little Big Planet 2 again, I might want to have it physically, because PS3 stuff, while probably not continuing to rise from where it is right now, I don't want to pay, like, real money for Little Big Planet 2 at some point in the future. And I also picked up Elder Scrolls Oblivion Game of the Year Edition for the PS3. I really like Skyrim. Picked it up. A while ago, at this point, I picked up a Wii U, the Zelda Edition. So I decided I wanted to actually have some Wii U exclusives, I guess. Like, this one doesn't really count anymore because they ported it to, I guess, last-gen systems at this point. I think it was on PS4 and Xbox One. But Zombie U was a release game for the system. I think it's pretty iconic for the system. It honestly doesn't look like that much of a survival horror game to me, in the sense it looks like it's more of just like, kill some zombies here, shoot them up kind of thing. I don't know. I picked it up. This one, I'm not sure why I have here. I picked this up for $2 at the thrift store. Epic Mickey 2, The Power of Two. I recently watched The Completionist do the first game on his show, and he actually made it sound kind of interesting. This is probably not the best version to have for Epic Mickey 2. I know there's even a Wii U version, so I'm not sure how long this will last, but for now it's going on my shelf. A couple flea market finds. I don't remember how much I paid for this. It was part of a bundle deal for a whole bunch of Wii stuff from a vendor. I think it worked out to like $4 or $5 a game. Maybe less. I don't know. But I did not have this for my collection. Mario Strikers Charged. The little bit that I played of the GameCube version was a lot of fun. So I decided to hold on to the Wii version. Once again, adding to the Wii collection just because, like, some of the resale on these games, like Super Smash Bros. Brawl, isn't all that high anymore, and I'd rather add them to the collection now than regret it in a few years when they're actually worth a decent amount. Oddly enough, if you go to GameStop, and this is the reason why GameStop will still give you decent credit for your Wii games, is for some reason GameStop, despite the market and eBay and everything else, They think Wii games are crazy expensive right now. They want $40 for Super Mario Galaxy. They want, I think it was $60 for Wii Sports or Wii Sports Resort. I went into a GameStop today that had like all the classic Wii games that get traded in all the time. Mario Party 8, Mario Kart Wii. And their prices are so inflated on these games. It is ridiculous. You can literally go to eBay and get it for almost half price of what GameStop wants for it. So, and speaking of Wii Sports, decided to add this to the collection. This is a game that I often am testing my systems with. And I'll catch myself playing a little bit too much golf, a little bit too much bowling. And I wanted to have it for the collection. I don't really care about it being Nintendo Selects because I think this, in the actual case, is a lot better than the little cardboard case. So, got that complete. Happy to have it. And let's run through all the Switch games I added to my collection. Now, all of these, with the exception of the last two that I'm going to show you here, were from GameStop at various points. I don't remember what deal this was. I think it was... It had to have been some deal for me to have bought 3 games like this. Brand new. We got Untitled Goose Game, Wonderful 101 Remastered, and Nexomon Extinction. Which I don't know enough about. It looks a little Pokemon-ish, so I'm interested, of course. I don't know if it's any good. The next 2 games I got from GameStop, I actually picked up this week. Mixture of, well, actually it was all store credit from trading in Mario Kart Wiis and stuff like that. So I basically paid almost nothing for these, like maybe $4 or $5 based on what I paid for the items I traded in to get them. Picked up Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. Of course, the same day I picked this up, Unknown Video Game Hunter picks up the special ridiculous edition from GameStop, and I'm looking at this like, why didn't I go for the big one? I don't know. I mean, this one's technically brand new, but it's GameStop new. Luckily, they stopped using their circle stickers, or at least one of them that I'm near stopped using the circle stickers, so they literally just put it in like a, kind of like a Ziploc bag. It's a little bit better. It sucks when you buy a brand new game from GameStop, and first off, it's open, so it's not brand new. But then they decide to put a sticker on it that's then going to like permanently damage the case because the stickiness won't come off in some cases from those circle stickers. Absolutely ridiculous. So happy that they had it in that condition, I guess. And then this was a game that I needed to pick up mostly because I had a fear of missing out, something I experience a lot, and affects my collecting negatively or positively. I don't really know. But I needed to pick up Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster. I saw SMT5 on the Nintendo Direct, and it looks like a lot of fun. I remember when they were showing off this game, it looked a little dark for me, but at the same time, I didn't want to not have it. I don't have it on the PS2. It's one of those games I think I've had on the PS2 and I just got rid of at some point. So I definitely wanted this for the collection, and I kind of felt like it was kind of flying under the radar for everybody. Like, it just kind of released, and I didn't hear anybody talk about it. I didn't see anybody picking it up. One thing I did notice, and this is based on a sample size of 2, the spine art on it, on every single one I've seen, is like off. And I don't know if that's something I could just adjust when I open it, but it's a little bit annoying. So you're always going to see a little bit of the cover when you display it on the side. But The last two Switch games I have to show you, one of them I'm very excited to have. The other one I forgot I ordered. Another common occurrence on this channel. These were both from Play Asia. This one is from East Asia Soft. If My Heart Had Wings. Kono Uzura ni Tsubasa wo Hirogeri. Oh, that's not even on the spine. But it's on the front, so I read it. Did my best. Brand new sealed still. To be honest, I have no idea what this is. It looks like it's probably just going to be a... what are they called? Has the information completely exited my brain? I know they had a lot of these types of games on the Vita. What is it called? Something novel? Where you're basically just reading and making selections. I can't remember what the hell it's called. Be really... Yeah, it's even called Moe Novel on the back. Right there. Alright, anyway. Brain fart aside, I was also very happy to pick up Saga Frontier Remastered from Square Enix, well, from Play Asia. This was actually an RPG I played a decent amount of way back in the day on the PS1. I was always intrigued that you had so many options as far as like, oh, I want to play as this character, that character. Red's a superhero. Oh, I get to play as a robot. Oh, let me play as this magician. There's a lot of options in here, and I never really got to the point with any of the characters that everybody started coming together. Like, you'd get a few people in your party, and then, like, I would fall off and want to try someone else. I believe I always rented this game. I don't think I owned it when I was a kid, so I was always trying to get the most out of my experience, so I wanted to try a whole bunch of stuff. But I did enjoy it, so I decided to pick it up. Conversely, I decided not to get the Legend of Mana remaster, because I rented that one also back in the day, and I just did not enjoy it at all. I'm just not into mana games, I don't think. I did not enjoy Secret of Mana when I played it on the Super Nintendo as a kid and as an adult. Legend of Mana I played on the PS1 when I rented it, and it just felt like a really lonely game, like a really lonely world. I know you're building the world in that one, but it just felt so empty. Alright, rambling aside, I've got three, I believe it's bangers, the young children would call it. As I grow closer to becoming a father, I feel the dad joke energy building up inside of me. So I apologize in advance for when that actually is unleashed upon you. This first one, actually, it's kind of cool. All these three finds I have from 3 different avenues. The first one was actually a thrift store find. Shin Megami Tensei 4. This is the collector's edition on the 3DS. This is opened. This was at a thrift store for $4 or $6. It was 4 or 6. And I remember I was like shocked to see it first off. And they had the CD just like strewn about amongst the other CDs. Luckily I found it and I didn't, you know, walk away without it, because I wouldn't have had it complete then. I would have always been like, I don't have the CD, but I don't want to spend any money on the CD. But unfortunately, it does have this crease on the back that I don't think you could really avoid, just the way they built everything in here. But I'm very happy to have this. This is one of those games that kind of skyrocketed in price out of nowhere, especially I guess the sequel, Apocalypse. And I remember it went from like being just like a regular ass $20 game to like, oh, you better drop at least 100 on it to get it. So very happy to have that in my collection. That's also part of why I wanted to get that Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, because I wanted to have basically the most updated way to play all those games. The second one, I'm going to be honest, this is a flea market find that you probably would have seen in one of my Instagram posts a while ago. I am conflicted on why I'm keeping this. Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem. I've said it multiple times on the channel, I don't collect survival horror. I've had Haunting Grounds in the past. It was gone as fast as I could possibly get rid of it. Because I will watch someone play survival horror, I will never play it myself. So it never made sense to me to hold on to them. However, this is incomplete. It's missing the manual. It is tested. It works perfectly fine up until a point. But the disc is not pretty. I don't know exactly what that is, if that's like residue from someone resurfacing it. It's kind of like in the inner spindle of the disc. So I'd rather not sell it to somebody who's going to nitpick about it when I'd rather just keep it for myself for at least a little while and be happy I kept it, as it probably continues to skyrocket in price. I got this for $27 at the flea market from a vendor who I'm assuming didn't think the disc worked. I don't know that for sure, but I can only imagine that's why he sold it for so cheap when all of his other items were kind of above eBay prices. And this last item, I guess, is a little bit of garage sale and a little bit of eBay. Well, you might have seen a couple weeks ago, I guess I'll just remove it like that, I picked up Marvel vs. Capcom for the PS1, Clash of Superheroes. Now, I've been wanting to get this complete. I got this in a lot that had a PS2 Slim box, a PS2 Fat System. I can't remember if it had a PS2 Slim in the box. Well, yeah, it did. It had two PS2s, a Slim and a Fat, one with the box, and a bunch of games. The only one of note, this. Well, paid $80 for that bundle. I've sold the PS2 Slim box on its own for $50. I've sold the systems, I believe, for about $60 each. I don't remember. It's been a while. Long story short, I basically got this for free when you take all the other deductions out of there. So I had it as a saved search on eBay to look for the manual. So for, I don't even want to say it, but $60 I picked up the manual. It's not in the best condition, but it was, at the time, literally the only one on eBay that wasn't $99, I think was the other one that was up there. So for basically half the price of the game, I picked up the manual. The complete game, at least. So I believe this goes for about $120 right now. Probably still on the rise because it's a PS1 game, it's a Capcom fighter, and all the ones that used to be reasonably priced are now skyrocketing. So happy to have that in my collection. Let me know what you've been able to pick up lately, if your philosophies on what you collect have changed. I've been picking up a lot of Wii stuff that I never would have kept before, and I'm happy to have it, so I'm very happy about that. So like the video, comment below, subscribe if you're new, and as always, keep it real, internet. I love you guys.